In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 ways that digital agencies can get new customers consistently and profitably and without being spammy and scammy. I say that because I am absolutely shocked at some of the junk advice that is out there right now for agencies. My name is Mike Cooch with Services That Scale. If you're not familiar with me, I have built 2 multi-7-figure service businesses selling to small businesses. One of them in IT services, the other in marketing services. I grew them to multiple millions of dollars in recurring revenue, made the Inc. 5000 list 3 times in a row, was able to sell my business successfully for multiple 7 figures. And I say all of that just to let you know that I have actually built these businesses successfully. I am not just somebody creating videos and sharing advice with you to sell courses. Now, I say that because right now in the agency space, largely because of the success of High Level, there's a lot of bad advice out there. I love High Level. I'm one of their biggest partners. You're going to see down in the description of this video that I have all kinds of amazing resources for you if you want to use High Level. I think it is the best thing that has happened to this industry, and it is going to change people's lives. But unfortunately, because of its success, there are a lot of people that are profiting off of it by giving bad advice. I am shocked to see right now there are still people suggesting that the way that you should go about getting customers is by spamming 10,000 email addresses every day, by using rotating fake email addresses, using software that will mask who you actually are, sending these emails. That's crap that people used to do 15 years ago, and it was spam then. The fact that people are still suggesting that you do that now is so bad. In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 ways to actually get customers the right way and build a business that you can be proud of and that you know that you can continue to grow with success well into the future, because it's not based on any short-term spam tactics, okay? Whew, you can tell I'm fired up, but I really do care about entrepreneurs and I want you to be successful. So let's get right to it. The number 1 way, and actually I shouldn't say the number 1 way, the first way, because there's lots of great ways to get customers. This isn't necessarily better or worse than the other, but the first way that I would tell you is run a good educational webinar. Okay, a good educational webinar, you can run it once a week. Let's just say every Thursday at 1 p.m. you run an educational webinar, and every other day all you're doing is trying to drive people into that webinar. I suggest that you do it live, and the reason why is you're going to learn a ton from doing it live, from the feedback that you get from the people who are on that webinar. And you can modify it as you go and improve it rather than trying to record some perfect auto webinar and then, hope that it works and then record another one 6 months from now, whatever it is. Do these things live. It's 1 webinar a week. You can manage that and get real feedback from prospects and learn and refine your pitch and refine what's in that webinar to make it useful for people. And here's the deal. Don't worry about it being a sales webinar. Don't worry about it being a perfect Russell Brunson X secrets to, become a bazillionaire overnight webinar. Just deliver really good value to your prospects in that webinar. And then at the end of the webinar, say, this is what I help businesses like yours do, is take advantage of marketing systems and strategies like this to grow your business. If you think that you might need some help and that I can help you, I would love to have the opportunity to talk to you. Here's how you reach me. That's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Run a really good webinar once a week where that's all you're doing, adding tremendous value, and then at the end, just making a very soft pitch, okay? That will lead to high quality prospects that will ultimately grow your business. I promise you. Will it happen just overnight, and will floods of money coming in, to earn you your plaque on the wall for your amazing sales? No, it will take time. You'll actually build a real business. You'll start getting a few good opportunities and then a few good customers. And the next thing you know, you'll start to scale this up with some predictability. Change the webinar out probably like once a quarter. Give it a different title. 70% of the webinar can be the same content, but update it with some new insights, some new statistics, things like that, just to keep it fresh. Okay, so that's number 1. Run a good educational webinar consistently. Number 2, host lunch and learns. Man, people love to get together, especially now, get some FaceTime with some other people, make some connections, do a little bit of networking. And when you host the Lunch and Learn, and what am I talking about? I'm talking about getting 20 business owners together for lunch. You offer to buy them lunch to come in and give a presentation and share your strategies around marketing to help them grow their business. So this is just like the webinar, but it's an in-person Lunch and Learn, and you do it at a nice hotel or something like that. You spend $50 a person, $60 a person. You can even charge them to come to offset those costs if you want to. But get people in for a Lunch and Learn, introduce them, be the host, be the center of this, because that positions you as an authority figure. So when business owner 1 comes in, introduce them to business owner 2, say how you think that they might benefit from knowing each other before you start the presentation, that type of thing. Build in some networking, give your presentation, stand in front of the room, speak confidently, and build that authority. This is perhaps the easiest way, or I should say the most effective way, to get new clients on a percentage basis, in my experience. If you get 20 business owners in a room like that, and you give them a good pitch like that, you do some networking, and then at the end, again, make the soft pitch. But what I've always done is included an offer for them being there and saying, hey, look, we normally start our services with a $2,500 marketing audit, strategic audit and planning process. It's $2,500. If you sign up for services with us since you were here at this event, we will waive that $2,500 fee. You'll get a percentage of people that will sign up right there on the spot. But then if you follow up with people right after and say, hey, look, I know you probably weren't ready to make a decision right there on the spot. No problem. If you take us up on the offer in the next 2 weeks, we'll still go ahead and waive that $2,500 fee. You'll get another group of people that will sign up. And on a percentage basis, again, my experience is it will be the highest percentage that you will close out of any sales pitch approach, just because you got that in-person relationship building and authority building by being in front of that room, speaking and introducing people as part of as a connector. It just puts you in a position of authority with that audience. And you can do the exact same presentation that you did with a webinar. Okay, so that's number 2, Lunch and Learns. Number 3, direct mail. Now, I want to make sure I'm clear. I'm not talking about direct mail like sending out 10,000 postcards or sending out 10,000 letters or anything like that. Something that's not going to get noticed. What I'm talking about, this is an example specifically from my old business. In my IT services business, we had a data backup and recovery service that we were offering. So it was like this data vault that we were offering to help people secure their data. So what we did was we actually bought, I think it was 50 or 100 safes. I'm talking combination safes. And we just went and found a wholesale a distributor of these safes so we could get them, a quarter of the cost of retail. So they were a little bit expensive, but not, terribly expensive. This is an investment. Growing your business is an investment. Let's make sure that that's clear. So what I did then was I actually had these safes delivered to specific prospects that, we handpicked and said, hey, that looks like a good target prospect, with a sales letter. And it came with a combination, a little note saying, hey, here's the combination, open it up. And when they did, there was a sales letter in there for me saying, why in the world did I just have a safe delivered to your office, to make a point about how important your data backup, your data is, and making sure that you've got a backup and recovery plan. From that, we signed a whole bunch of business because people were shocked. They were surprised, right? We got their attention. So we didn't waste money on a bunch of postcards that didn't, have an impact. We bought a much smaller number of safes. We delivered them. We had a follow-up campaign, email, phone call, follow-up direct mail piece, things like that, to make sure that we were optimizing the results of that. Yes, it's more of an investment. Yes, it takes some work. But again, growing your business requires an investment. Okay, that's number 3, really creative, really shocking direct mail. Number 4, this is maybe the most common way today. If you don't have certainly any budget, this is the best way, I think, which is just producing valuable content on social media. Have a YouTube channel, have an Instagram account where you are putting up content consistently on a daily basis. And then particularly on like Instagram, when you create that content and you share that content, you can tag prospects. When you share the content to your stories and to your reels, tag prospects that you want to make sure see that content. When you tag them, it shows up in their direct message inbox as you having mentioned them, and they're going to go and they're going to see that content. And if you are regularly creating good, valuable content and tagging prospects like that so that they come and see the content, and then have the link in your bio and have, a sales funnel on your website that just says, here's how you get in touch with us, here's what we do, here's how you get in touch with us, you are going to build that top of funnel awareness. You're going to do it in a way that's adding value because you are educating people with your content. They're going to see that you know how to do what you're talking about because you're doing good content marketing every single day. And by tagging them, it's just like a shortcut to make sure that you get that focused attention on every piece of content. Tagging isn't quite as easy on some of the other social platforms, but then again, other forms of distribution are. Like on Facebook, you can very, very inexpensively promote your content out to a big audience. Same with on LinkedIn. So creating content, tagging people in that content, promoting that content with a very, very small ad budget, $5 a day, you can have a massive, massive impact on building that top of funnel awareness and getting real prospects into your pipeline. Okay? So that is 4 real ways to get new customers selling your agency services. Run really good webinars, lunch and learns, some good shocking direct mail, and then create content every single day. You don't have to do all of those. Pick one and get going and just do it consistently. And I promise you, you're going to grow your business, and you're going to do it in a way that isn't spammy and scammy, and you can feel good about it, and you can do it for years to come, and it's going to continue to work. Those strategies worked 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Certain things about the way that you distribute content and stuff like that change, but adding value, educating, and then following up has always worked and will always work. All right? This is Mike Cooch with Services That Scale. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Comments and questions, please, in the comments below. I answer all of them personally. Share it with somebody that you think would get some value, and please subscribe to my channel. And then don't forget, I've got all kinds of awesome resources for you down in the description of this video. All right? Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, and I hope to see you on a future video.